careful. If you like skinny jeans, I might just ruin them for you. I'm going to talk about things that once you see, I don't think you'll be able to unsee them. This is why you won't catch me ever wearing skinny jeans, at least never again. I myself am an older millennial, a xennial, if you will. Skinny jeans was aggressively marketed at my generation, and where I used to live at the time, it was pretty much all you could find, okay? If you wanted 100% cotton, non-stretch jeans in a looser silhouette, good luck. And so I did end up owning a few pairs, and I really, really disliked them. So for a lot of people, skinny jeans never went away, but the people who are more, into fashion and following trends, skinny jeans had sort of become this pariah thing. But now, early 2010s as well as 2000s, trends have been making a comeback, and people are not talking about indie sleaze, which is that kind of aesthetic from the 2000s, 2010s, where people wore very slender figure, tight jeans, Chelsea boots, that kind of thing. So I have thoughts. Skinny jeans will highlight whatever your natural shape is. And so if you have slender legs, if you have curvy legs, if you have muscular thighs, if you have a thigh gap, whatever shape you have, it's just going to highlight that. And I think that that's just like a neutral statement. Whether you want to highlight or not the shape of your legs is entirely up to you. For the longest time, I had this inner discourse of thinking it was my body type. I didn't like drawing attention to my thighs. But when I'm exercising and I wear leggings, I feel just fine. So what's actually going on here? Skinny jeans will pretty much almost universally have stretch fabric in it. That stretch fabric is made with a very small percentage of elastane, usually in the very small single-digit percentage, 1 to 5% tops, which doesn't sound like a lot. And yet, I find that even at 1% elastane, denim does not feel like denim anymore. Next time you're shopping in a physical store, I have a challenge for you. Try guessing before you even touch the jeans. Try guessing which are made from stretch denim and which are not. And I think that if you have a reasonably good eye for it, you will be able to get it right most of the time. Because original denim, the kind that is made from 100% cotton, it's a different thing entirely. Denim invented in France in a city called Nîmes, therefore it's denim or of Nîmes became denim, became popular once it turned into the Levi's jeans that was at first really popular as workwear used by miners and railroad workers before it went into mainstream. But I think it's important to understand style is visual storytelling. And that storytelling is connected to the history of the garments that we wear. So the fabric is thick and rugged, and it has that fading from stonewashing to obtain that fade. And the inclusion of rivets to guarantee that it's going to be durable. All of these things contribute to why jeans are iconic. You see, denim has history, it has this memory. And so when we wear jeans, we're trying to tap into a little bit of that history. And skinny jeans just cannot do that. The inclusion of stretch changes everything. Typically, skinny jeans are made from a much thinner type of denim, and whereas 100% cotton denim is going to crease in a more natural way, it's going to follow how you move about your day. It looks lived in. With stretch denim, you get these weird horizontal ripples, especially around your hips, your knees, the places where you move, and they look very homogeneous. They're like these tension lines because the fabric can't quite snap back into place. The sensation I have with skinny jeans is of this thing that's clinging onto the skin, and with the ripples, the tension lines, to me it's kind of like wearing cling wrap on your legs. Okay? Now, I apologize if I just ruined skinny jeans for you, but this is why I think I never really felt 100% at home in skinny jeans. It wasn't really evoking that quality that I like from traditional denim. And the thing is, because of the stretch, it moves the pants move throughout the day constantly. I remember I was always having to tug them up because it was sliding down, so the crotch is sliding down. And if you care about pocket placement, because pocket placement is really important if you want a lifting effect, or at least not have the jeans distort the shape of your butt, because wrong pocket placement could make your butt look droopy or saggy or whatever, like if you want that lift. But the pants don't stay in place, so what is the point? I lost the footage. But just to reacquaint myself with skinny jeans, because it's been years since I've worn any, I did try on a pair of skinny jeans that in terms of size, it fit me perfectly. If it was any looser, it would be too big. And yet I had a camel toe situation, which brings me to my next point. Skinny jeans will cling onto every little nook and cranny there is in your body, so it will cling right under your butt cheeks. If you have a bit of a belly, as I do, it's also going to wrap around the belly and therefore kind of bring more attention to that area. With skinny jeans, there's no structure. It's just kind of wrapping itself and clinging around your skin, and it's not really sucking anything in, if this is something that is of concern to you. So as you can see, this is really a problem of fabric and not of silhouette. I was going to make a concession, which is at 1%. At 1% stretch, it might work out, it might be good, but then I analyzed the two pieces I had in my wardrobe that had 1% stretch, and I realized I don't like it either. An issue that I think is very common with stretch denim is that because this kind of fabric is not as durable and thick as regular denim, it's not going to go through that process of stonewashing. With stretch denim, it oftentimes just looks a little too flat, especially around the seams. I like the seams to look a little more chunky, a little more, rugged. And this is an area where you're usually going to see more fading of the blue color, but with stretch denim, this is often not the case. I also have this pair of flared jeans, but when I'm doing the B-roll, I'm like, you know what? I don't actually like the way the fabric looks on this either. I think even at 1%, this fabric looks very thin, a bit like paper. I don't like the way it creases. I don't think it has enough weight to drape in a way I would like it to. So both of these pieces have been sent off to a charity shop. And here you can see that the flared jeans, they don't really snatch my figure. I do admire it when women wear whatever they want to wear without caring whether or not something disguises or not their stomach. And so I think there's something to be said for wearing whatever you want to wear and taking into account the entirety of the look and not zero in on whether you have some tummy fat showing, because we're usually our own worst critics and other people might not pay that much attention. But that said, I want the jeans to either be loose fitting or to keep things a bit more supported, and I just cannot get that with stretch denim. I think it was early 2010s. I had a pair of boyfriend jeans. Do you remember when boyfriend jeans was all the rage? I feel like Jennifer Aniston was the poster girl for boyfriend jeans. And I bought this pair, but they had so much stretch in them that they didn't drape well. It just sort of hovered. It hovered awkwardly. It's just this fabric that doesn't have enough weight to it, but it also doesn't drape. I'm sure there is a skinny jeans out there that does work, that is of good quality, but do I want to waste time and energy trying to find that one unicorn piece that doesn't behave like most skinny jeans does? If you have a pair that you swear by that you think defies all of these things I've talked about, please let me know in the comments. I'm curious, but for me, it's just, More importantly, it's not really telling a compelling story. But if you want to wear something more tight-fitting, for those of you who are a little more daring, how about disco pants? Any kind of legging that looks a bit more polished and not a piece of athleisure could be an alternative. You can also consider tights, whether black tights or colored tights. Just don't mess with the denim, okay? Because denim is very It's very specific, it has a very specific look. And maybe this is a hot take, but I think stretch fabric is this cop out strategy that the fashion industry came up with to make it easier for people to wear their clothes regardless of how we all come in different shapes, different body types, and things of the sort. So if you just put stretch in things, then more people can fit into them without things having to actually fit you in a more considered, more tailored way.